Greetings, hello, good afternoon. This is Headbanging Zulu UK. Hope everybody's having a great time in the VC and they're getting all the records they are dreaming of. I certainly had a great day today. Went down to my local record store, the Rock Box again, and got some fantastic stuff today. I wasn't going to show you this video. I was going to do something else for my second video. But I've got a great haul today, and the other lot would be easily another 2 video hauls. So I thought I'd show you a few albums I've got today, and some of them are quite, well, one of them is quite rare. I've never ever seen it before. It's a new wave of British heavy metal album. I've just had to check it out, but it's a cracking find. I've never ever seen it before, and it really made my day. So I just want to get straight onto the record today. Not really much chitter chatter, because there is a lot to get through. As you know, I come from Birmingham. I don't actually live in Birmingham, but I was born in Reading in Berkshire. But I actually live about 30 miles on the other side of Birmingham. And I've got a great one today that was cheap as well. And that was Ozzy Osbourne. This is a 2014 reissue. And it's a limited reissue. I've got number 0758. And it's called Ozzy Osbourne Memoirs of a Madman. It's a great double gatefold, and as you can see, you've got all the pictures and stuff there. Sorry for any shine, but I'm really sorry. But you've got a great picture of him inside. But what I like about this album as well, it's actually got the funny wax. I say funny wax, it's not actually on black wax. It's got a great piece of coloured wax, like the Gothic look. And I hope you can see that okay. And if you turn it round, you've got a picture of Ozzy Osbourne there as well. It was a great pickup. It didn't cost me very much money, so this stuff tends to be very expensive in the UK. Anything with like Purple, Sabbath, or Motorhead, you have to pay a bit for it. But I got it at a great price, and I was really pleased with it. It's got a great track listing on as well. It's got Crazy Train, Mr. Crowley, Flying High Again, Over the Mountain, Bark at the Moon, The Ultimate Sin, Miracle Man, No More Tears, then Mama, I'm Coming Home, that's a good one, Road to Nowhere, Perry Mason, I Just Want You, Get Me Through, Changes with Kelly Osbourne, I Don't Want to Stop, and Let Me Hear You Scream. And it's also got a live version of Paranoid to wind it all off. And it's on the Epic label as well. It was a great pickup. Yeah, it's just a fantastic album really. Now the next 3, a new wave of British heavy metal, and one of them shocked me really big time, because the first album I want to show you is another local band from where I live in Birmingham. This band herald from Stourbridge, and it's Diamond Head. This is a 12-inch I believe. Yeah, it's a 12-inch, and it's got called Canterbury, and I picked that one up today. I'm a big Diamond Head fan because they recently played at our pub, believe it or not. I'm not going to say, I nearly said where it was then, big mistake. But yeah, they actually put on a gig at our pub. I'm waiting to go and see them because apparently a friend of mine knows someone out of Diamond Head. But yeah, they are still gigging. Doing the pubs, and they do small gigs around the West Midlands. But unfortunately, you saw my previous video, you know my circumstances, and I missed the gig. It's got some great tracks on here. On side 1 it's got Making Music, Out of Phrase, The Kingmaker, One More Night, To the Devil Is Due, Night of the Swords, Ishmael, I Need Your Love, and Canterbury. All songs written and arranged by Sean Harris and Brian Tatler. Lead vocal Sean Harris and guitarist Brian Tatler. It's got the usual stuff inside. It's got the sheet. Yeah, it's got quite a nice sheet. I'm sorry, I hope you see that. And yeah, all the lyrics on the back, and it's still in great condition. Oh, they're trying to sell me something now, really. Yeah, so yeah, great, another Diamond Head album. But oh, it's basic. I send a live stamped address to Worley Woods, West Midlands. I might do that, seeing as this album came out in 1983. I should definitely expect all my freebies for it. Now the next one is new wave British heavy metal I've got. was another 12-inch by a band called Savage. This is another 12-inch pickup. I must admit, I haven't heard much of them, not recently anyway, so I can't really talk about it. It's basically got the A-side, We Got the Edge, and Running Scared / We Don't Need You. You had Wayne Renshaw on guitar, Chris Bradley on bass guitar lead vocals, Andy Dawson on lead guitar, and Mark Brown on drums. Produced by Savage. What label is it on? Yeah, it's on a weird, is it called Zebra label, looks of it. It's on a strange label, never heard of that one before. But yeah, it's a great pickup again, great bit of new wave British heavy metal. Great pickup. This one was by means a rare one. I've had to look it up just to make sure it was actually what it was. And this is this album, Heretic. I've never ever seen that one. On the web there's a site called newwaveBritishHeavyMetal.com. I've just had to check them out to check this album out. Apparently I've had to make some notes because it was Martin Andrew. Now he was also with a band called Beowulf and Scoundrel, Carl Bruce, Stu Herwood and Spick Taylor. This record's the only record they ever released. A couple of their songs appeared on compilation albums. One, because this is on a weird label, it's on a label called Thunderbolt Records, and apparently Thunderbolt did a compilation album, obviously to promote their acts, and one of their songs appeared. But I've never ever come across this record on my travels. It's really, really good. It's 1984, and you had the first track's called Water of Ice, Keep on Telling Those Lies, Fever of Love, and Watch Me Grow. And yeah, it's just a great pickup because it's pretty rare. It might not, a lot of people might have it in their collections. It's one I've never come across before, and I did have to look it up. It's on a Magnum Music group. It's called Heretic, Burnt at the Stake. Now, the next album, we're into the Japanese territory now. I was watching Harmless Rebel the other day, and this album's been in the shop. I didn't know whether to pick it up or not. It's been staring at me and looking at me saying, give me a home, give me a home. And Harmless Rebel said, well, it's a good band, and it's this band, Bow Wow, and it's called Helter Skelter. It's this album here. And this album, it hails from 1989, and Motley Crue had a record or an album with Helter Skelter as well. But yeah, I just picked it up. I've never heard it before, and Harmless Rebel said it was a good band, so I took his advice and picked it up. It wasn't very expensive. It was only a couple of quid, so But these next two albums are really good. Two more Japanese bands. One more Japanese band and two records. And this is a Japanese band called the Loudness. I picked up this one. This album's called Disillusion. This is on the UK press, Music for Nations. I don't like the cover. I'll see if I can get into it a bit more. It's a bit dodgy. Yeah, the cover's a bit dodgy, but the album's absolutely brilliant. I've got a phenomenal guitarist by the name of Akira Takasaki. We've got Minori, Nuhara or Nahara on vocal. I can't pronounce the other guy, he's a bass player, and the drummer, forget it. It's a really, really good album. The intro's a bit weird, but it took me a couple of listens to get into it. But the guitarist really knows his stuff, plays some great riffs, and it's a very good album. I really enjoyed it. Now, the second album of theirs I found a bit better. Some people prefer that album. I prefer Lightning Strikes by the Loudness. It's got a better cover on it for start. You've got a nice picture of all the band. It's still got all the same people playing. Akira Takasaki on guitar. I'm not going to try and pronounce the other guy's vocals. Minoru Nihara vocals. My Japanese is rubbish. Yeah, it's a brilliant sort of heavy metal, power metal album. Thoroughly enjoyed it. And if you come across it, definitely want to pick up. You'll really enjoy it. It's just fantastic. Japanese metal, I remember back in the day, around about the early 80s, and everybody sort of, well, you know, it'll never take off, and it's absolutely phenomenal. Now, this album's quite a common album. The only reason why I want to show this album is because we've got something in common, and that's the Thin Lizzy. What's it called? Sorry, Thunder and Lightning. I'm not really a massive Thin Lizzy fan. I just didn't take to them when I heard them back in the day. So what I thought I'd do is I'll make an extra effort to reacquaint myself with them. So I've got a couple of their albums. But some of the songs, a person who used to play on this album is a guy by the name of John Sykes. If you don't know the story, John Sykes played with Whitesnake, Tigers for Tang Yang. I just recently got his solo album, Blue Murder. So he was born in the same place as I was, and he's done a lot better than me, obviously. We both come from Reading in Berkshire. I wonder if he supports the Royals, that'll be even better. But I just wanted to point that out. That's Thin Lizzy. It's a really good album. I enjoyed a couple of tracks. The Sun Goes Down, it's a phenomenal stadium rock track. I really enjoyed that one. But yeah, just to say, it's on the Vertigo label, and it's a band I'm trying to reacquaint myself with. Now, the next album's a bit funny. It's a band called, I'll show you to start with, this album. It's a band called Tilt. Now, I believe there's a Japanese band called Tilt. This is definitely the English one, and it's called Ride the Tiger. And you know, it's one of these albums where I thought it'd be going straight back to the record store. You know, I'll be honest with you. I thought it won't be much cop. The cover sort of, there's someone biting some metal, but I'm surprised it's really a good album. It's old school British heavy metal, and some of the riffs in it are very good. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. I played it about 3 or 4 times when I've been in the bedroom, and I'm really enjoying this album. It surpassed all expectations. It's got a nice cover inside, again, where they're biting through the chain. I wouldn't recommend that if you love your teeth. It was distributed in 1987. It's a 1987 pickup, or when it was made. Yeah, it's an extremely good album. It's on the T-Mac records as well, so I doubted it went stateside. I might be wrong, but I think they're still going, this band, but I think the lead singer left. But yeah, it's a very good song, very good album. Don't pay a lot of money for it. It's not sort of going to rip your face off, but it's not bad. It's just good quality old school heavy metal, and I thoroughly enjoyed this album. It's definitely going in the collection. That's the Tilt. Now, I had a laugh today, and I had to share it with the VC. I picked up this album, and this is the German heavy metal band Warlock. Okay, we all know this band. It's a 12-inch, and this is when they were supporting Wasp on a UK tour, 1987, I believe. And on the back, it's got like the Edinburgh Playhouse where the tour went, and it's got like Fight for Rock, Mr. Gold, Midnight in China, You Hurt My Soul, On and On, Turn It On, and Evil. But you see on the front of the album, and I'll bring it up to you, and apparently you get a free tattoo. So I thought, nah, surely it won't be in. So I had a rummage around the cover, and you never guess what I found. Yeah, I've got my free tattoo out of it. I haven't got any tattoos personally. I never like the blooming things. I think they always look messy. But this tattoo, it's 1986 vintage tattoo. So I was well chuffed. And you hold it up to the window, you could just about make out Warlock. There's something steel it's got, I think. Yeah, True as Steel, because that's the album they had out. But I still got my tattoo, and what the chance of that staying in this cover over all that time. And I told the story to quite a few people, and it's another album that's on the Vertigo label. And I told a few people the story this morning. Everybody's had a good laugh out of it, so you know, I hope somebody in the VC is laughing as well. But another great pickup I had this morning was this band. It's a German sort of thrash metal power, whatever, by the name of Warrant. If you haven't heard this band, definitely have a listen. They're a really, really good band. It looks like a German pressing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is, yeah, it's German press. I'm just trying to find the date for you. 1985. Had to pay a bit of money for it. It's called the Enforcer, and yeah, it's really, really good German sort of thrash stroke. They did a lot of styles. It's trying to sort of pin them down, but I just really like Warrant as a band. They're very, very good. I'm going to a bit of a thrash phase at the moment with my collecting, so yeah, I'm really pleased to pick this one up. But another album I've got, I believe it's an American band, and this was a bonus album as well. It's the American band Warrior. Okay, this is an American band. I don't know much about these, I haven't really come across them. But if you look on the back, it's actually signed. Whether it's genuine, because it's all uniform colours, can you see the signatures? But this copy appears to be signed. And I thought, great, whether it's genuine or not, it looks genuine, I don't know. But I picked it up anyway, and it sounds pretty decent as well. And, you know, so I gave it a go. But now there's a story. This album ain't that remarkable. Well, it is remarkable because it's by Kiss. And I'm quite a big Kiss fan, so I picked this album up. I've got most of their stuff anyway. I bought it back in the day or just after. So I bought this album, and this was a good album. It's got the picture stuff. Anyway, we had another album on the counter. It was a thicker cardboard, and when we pulled the sleeve out, it was signed by all 4 members of Kiss. The rock box, you know, where I get my shop records, I mentioned it in the last video. They're taking it to get it authenticated, and it looks genuine to me. The way the signatures, because a lot of the what I call the black marker pen vinyl are taken with a pinch of salt, because signatures are so easy to fake, and unless they've got like photographs proving this, I just take it all with a pinch of salt. It was quite funny this morning when we pulled out this Kiss album. It was actually signed by all 4 members of Gene Simmons, all the members, Ace Frehley, I hope I pronounced that right, all 4 members of the band. As I say, needless to say, they're going to get it authenticated, and it'll probably have a huge price tag. I shan't be buying it anyway. And my last album of the day, you've already seen it. Cloudy Mulder showed his copy, Tank. This means war. This is definitely this is what I had, and Cloudy Mulder showed it in his film. This is my copy of it. Brilliant album, and I was going to pick it up the weekend, but I ummed and ahed, and I thought to myself, nah, leave it till next week. Then I thought, hang on a minute, they ain't going to have it next week. Somebody will buy it, and I'll have to go and look for it again. But it's on the Roadrunner records, but great thing, I've got my copy today, and I was really made up with it. It's a brilliant album. It's on the Roadrunner label, and if you haven't heard Tank before, definitely get this album, because like Cloudy says, it's a very hard album to get hold of, and with this copy it's in beautiful condition as well. And yeah, it's a really good album. But anyway folks, this is the Heavy Metal Zulu. This weren't the video I was going to make today. I was going to do something completely different. Because I said I went out this morning, because it's been raining here for the last couple of days, and it's been really bad weather-wise, and we don't get much sun in England anymore. But because it was sunny, I went to Camberley and did my shopping. I went down the record store and made some good discoveries. Plus the fact I've got enough material from today's haul, and some stuff I picked up to last probably another couple of videos. So I thought what I'd do is I'll show you some of the rare stuff, the stuff I found today. Then I'll do all the other stuff, probably do another video, maybe not today, maybe tomorrow, just to show you some of the other stuff I picked up. I've got some more Sabotage pickups to show you. And as I say, I'm having a bit of a thrash fest at the moment with my records. I'm going to a lot of the thrash music, bands like Toxic Waste. I know where there's some Flotsam and Jetsam stuff going, that sort of stuff. And so I'm sort of trying not the heavy metal bit on the head and just concentrate on the thrash. But it's, you know, as record collectors, it's not working. You sort of diversify too much. Yeah, I'm really pleased what I picked up today. And this is the Headbanging Zulu. Please subscribe. And we have a sound issue. There's nothing I can do about it. This camera won't take an exterior mic. It's not bad, but it's not brilliant either. What it means is I might have to get another camera. We'll see how we do on this film, but please bear with us and we'll sort it out. But I just want to say peace and love each other, and I hope you get all your records you're after, and I'll see you next time, which won't be very long. This is it, and please don't forget to subscribe to me. This is all new jargon to me, but just send you loads and loads of love from the UK, and I wish everybody well. Thank you very much for putting up with me. Cheers. See ya.